Hey guys, it's PostboxPat. Welcome back to a brand new video on how to use, get a helicopter and understand the helicopters every single game, giving you guys a full insight to this amazing new vehicle added in for great transport in the new Fortnite update. So here's a little clip of me getting my first ever elimination with this helicopter. If you guys get any eliminations with the helicopter, don't forget to send me a clip over. That's actually driving the helicopter, not sat in the passenger seat. Okay, so these helicopters are scattered all over the map, and there are actually two locations at the moment which are very quiet to land at, and these are locations which people just don't know. I'll go over all the locations for you guys in today's video, but here's one of them locations just outside of one of our favorite locations of all times, that being Lazy Lake or Misty Meadows, in between them two, and you can find it on the island right there and get yourself a helicopter pretty quickly. Now there's so many different mechanics with the helicopter which we'll quickly go over before we go over the locations. The mechanics with the helicopter are pretty simple. You can ascend, you can descend using your left and right trigger. Again, this will be similar on other consoles and PC as well, and probably the same on mobile. You can also sound a little horn, which is a classic soundtrack which is being used throughout many video games, and I'm glad Fortnite have finally added it in. It's one of the really old classic tracks, so that's nice to see that being added in as well. There's also a few different things you can do in the helicopter. You can switch seats, you can obviously land it, and do a few other things as well. Now, combat in the helicopter versus another helicopter doesn't work out too well. I'll show you guys another clip of me having a little bit of a combat right here. Obviously duos and squads are going to be a lot more useful, but you can see by this clip here, I'm trying my best to take this guy out. I'm all over the place trying to eliminate him and just trying to do as much as possible, and unfortunately he does actually catch me out. But some interesting things to note about the helicopter is you can now actually kind of board other people's helicopters as well, which is kind of cool because obviously if you board their helicopter, you can eliminate them from there by shooting them either in the driving seat or just taking off their helicopter. You can see right here, I managed to rob this guy's helicopter. He switches his seat and gets a perfect angle. Now this will damage his helicopter, but unfortunately it does eliminate me. So that is kind of frustrating, but you can see on this one, I'm kind of chilling with this random moron solo by hopping into his helicopter, which seems to be happening every single game. Another really useful tip for you guys as well with this helicopter is you will unfortunately not get to deploy your kind of parachute glider, whatever you want to call it, inside of the helicopter itself once it's been destroyed. So that's kind of annoying because obviously you won't be able to kind of protect yourself when falling down, but there is a bunch of water on the map, so you can kind of position your helicopter in a perfect spot. And also when your helicopter does get destroyed, it does spin down to the ground, so if you time it like this clip on screen right now, you will survive with maybe just 1 HP, just like I did. Okay, so now let's jump into some of the locations of these helicopters inside of the Fortnite Battle Royale replay itself. Now, helicopters are situated all over the map. A lot of you will be interested in landing at these helicopters straight away. The best way of doing that is getting a perfect jump from the bus, which we've talked about in past videos. That's easily done by waiting for your counter to tick down, obviously by putting a marker down, and the slower it goes, the closer you are to that distance, and then you jump at a perfect distance and get a perfect jump in. But the spawn location, so the one we were on about outside of Misty is obviously, we talked about that at the start of the video, is right here. Then we actually have one up at the radio outpost up on the mountain over by Lazy up here, and the bunker area or the redacted area, and this is the spawn for the helicopter right here. So we've got two spawns in quite a close area to each other in this location. But with that being said, we also have a few other spots in this area as well. Over at the grotto, we do also have some more locations there. So if you pop into the grotto, which is just over here, you'll notice inside of the actual layer itself, you actually have a helicopter pad which you can use and grab a helicopter there as well. So there's 3 locations on this side of the map. There's also one over at the rig. I'm not going to go over to the rig right now because I want to explore that more in a map change video, but it's almost really obvious. You can kind of see the helicopter pad all the way from the distance over here, but that's 4 in this section. And then as we continue to go through even further, we also have one at the agency. So these are guaranteed helicopter spawns every single game. You can see the agency one right here. They're so cool. A purple one, not purple, an orange one rendering in Get to the Chopper. The classic color of it, I think, is still the best. I've actually been using a wrap on mine. I'm not a fan of the wrap I've been using, so I'll be changing it very soon with the new custom class system as well added in. So with that location being said, we also have a few others. We've got 4 other locations for helicopter spawns. We've got one inside a Pleasant Park. Hold on a minute. Who predicted this? Who predicted this one, guys? Oh, me. I don't like being like that, but I have predicted a lot of stuff in the Fortnite community in the past, and this is another one of my great predictions, which we made a video on about 4 to 5 days ago. They made a concept thumbnail for it. So many people copied the design and wanted the idea. It was obviously a good thought from me. I also have a lot of other ideas what's going to happen, but I'm not going to reveal them just yet, because obviously people will copy them again. People were getting way more views than I did, but you know, they're clickbaiters, and I was a real creator, again, talking about something which is guaranteed to happen, and it happened. So I was right once again. So thank you so much everyone who does support the channel. And if you want to be up to date with all them sort of facts and upcoming features and map changes, I'm your #1 source for that. So make sure you smash that subscribe and stick around for all that. Okay, so with that being said, there's obviously a location over at the Shark as well. You can see the helicopter pad in the background over there. You can go over there and land at that one. But that's not all of the helicopter locations around here. There's also one in the field over by this direction. Now, this is again probably a great one to land at. I think this is again on par with the one outside of Misty. This is the quietest one to land at because no one really comes here, and it's actually located at this house right here. Again, this one is a guaranteed helicopter almost every single game, solo, duos and squads, unless another team is coming here, but usually they don't. Depending on how many views this video's got, you might have to switch up your lands, but it probably won't get that many views, so you should be pretty safe, so don't worry. Alright, so let's keep moving through a little bit further and show you guys a final 2 locations for your kind of team to land at, duo, squad, solo, whichever one you're on. These are great locations to land at as well, especially, I guess it's again another TV/radio station, maybe a weather station. That one's more over there. I guess you class that as the weather station. You could also class it as a radio station, but you can see coming in over here at this location, I think this is the TV or weather station. You can see we have another helicopter pad on the hill right here, which you guys can go and grab and get going with that one. That's really cool, so I'm excited to see where that's going to go. You can now see the police have obviously blocked off the road as well. Little map change there. We have been covering map changes, more map changes coming very, very soon later on the channel today. Then obviously as we continue going around this direction, we have our final location, which is probably the classic one on the yacht, and everyone knows this one. The helipad's just on the front of the yacht. So you've now got a few rotation options where you can use at these 4 points on the outer skirts of the map. You can either go and grab the helicopter there, or you can actually grab the exits using obviously the toilets or the bins or whatever you're using. So you've got a few different options to rotate around the map. There's going to be a total of 4 spawns on the outsides, the agency, which adds to 5. I have no idea what's going on with this party invite glitched on screen. That's really weird. There's a few glitches in this update. You got the agency adding up to 5. Then obviously you got a few other things as well. You got the 6th location there on the tower. You got the 7th location at Pleasant. You got the 8th location over there in the field by the house. You got the 9th location over by the weather/radio tower up there, and the 10th location by Misty. So a total of 10 helicopter spawns I've found so far. If you guys find any more, let me know in the comments section down below. I really do hope this video has helped you out and has given you guys some more information onto potentially how the helicopter is going to work in Fortnite Battle Royale. I'm going to leave you guys with some more helicopter gameplay of me flying it around. If you haven't already seen enough gameplay, check it out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and once again, this is Postbox Pat signing out.